Hello everyone, this is Sarita Umesh. Welcome to my channel Fun Chemistry. Today we are going to learn about the free radical mechanism of addition polymerization. The free radical mechanism of addition polymerization or chain growth polymerization. Actually, this particular mechanism involves three steps. They are initiation, propagation, and termination. In the first step, that is initiation step, the free radical mechanism of addition polymerization starts with the help of initiators. So question, what are initiators? Normally, we use initiator to initiate the polymerization or initiate a reaction. Generally, organic peroxides such as benzoyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide, tertiary butyl peroxide, etc. are used as initiators. So, free radical mechanism involves three steps: initiation, propagation, and termination. In initiation, the polymerization actually starts with the help of initiators. What these initiators will do? They will break homolytically and produce free radicals. These free radicals act like catalysts. Commonly used indicators are benzoyl peroxide, acetyl peroxide, tertiary butyl peroxide, etc. Now we'll see the mechanism. Here you can see I have taken benzoyl peroxide as initiator, and I told you this will break, the peroxide linkage will break homolytically. Homolytically means this electron will go to this oxygen and this electron from this covalent bond goes to this oxygen. So you see here similar type of free radicals are formed. So that's why I wrote 2 C6H5 C double bond O with a electron. This is a free radical. Now you see the bond cleavage is not going to stop here. Again, this bond will break homolytically. This electron will go to this carbon and this electron will go to this carbon. So you will get 2 C6H5 with an electron. This is called phenyl free radical, and you will get carbon dioxide. How you get carbon dioxide? You see carbon dioxide means C double bond O double bond O. Already one electron is here. One electron is coming from this. So one more electron you will get here. So between this and this there will be a bond formation. That's why it liberate as CO2. So in the first step we created a free radical. This is called phenyl free radical because I used here benzoyl peroxide. Now what this free radical will do? This free radical will initiate the addition polymerization. So we are taking the polymerization of ethene to polyethene just to illustrate this particular mechanism. So you can see here, this is the phenyl free radical formed. This is initiating a bond cleavage in ethene. Ethene is the monomer of polyethene. So you can see here, double bond means one is sigma bond, the other one is pi bond. Pi bonds are weaker compared to sigma bonds. So this bond will cleave or it will break again homolytically. So this electron will go to this and this electron will go to this. So now you understood one electron will be on this carbon, another will be on this carbon. When two electrons seize like this, what will happen between this and this? There will be a bond formation. That's what you can see here in this green ink. So C6H5 formed a bond with CH2, but you see this electron went to this CH2. So this become a larger free radical. Now what happens? To this larger free radical, more and more CH2 double bond CH2, that is ethene, will be added. That means the reaction is propagating. It is moving forward. That is happening in the second step. Second step is called propagation step. Now we'll see what is happening there. See, this is the propagation step. In propagation, the bigger radicals formed in the initiation step carries the reaction in the forward direction and polymer chain starts growing. So it's propagating in the forward direction. So this is your bigger free radical formed in the initiation step. One more molecule of CH2 double bond CH2, that is ethene, is added to this. So I told you this electron will go to this carbon and this electron will go to this carbon. Between this carbon and this carbon, there will be a bond formation. That is indicated with this green ink. Now you see further, n number of moles. We don't know the number. It will be a large value. N number of CH2 double bond CH2 is added. So you can see here C6H5, CH2, CH2 and N molecules of CH2 double bond CH2. So total will be CH2 single bond CH2 will be N plus 1 time, because already one CH2 is here and N number of moles of CH2 double bond CH2 are here. So total N plus 1. That's what I wrote here. You can see here CH2 double bond CH2 is added to this. So CH2 single bond CH2 N plus 1 time, and this is our CH2 single bond CH2 dot. Now this reaction is continuously happening. So somewhere this has to stop, then only the polymer will form. For that we have the third step, that is called termination. Normally for termination there are different methods, but here I am showing end-to-end termination. That means one unit of this and second unit of the same are joining. So that you can see in termination. See, this is termination. At some stage the free radical formed in the second step reacts with another free radical and the reaction gets terminated. See here, two molecules of similar free radicals I have taken here. Now one electron is here, one electron is this carbon. So this carbon and this carbon will form a bond. That bond I have shown here. So this is our polymer, that is polythene. One point I forgot to tell you. In the first step, that is the initiation step, this benzoyl peroxide is breaking homolytically in presence of sunlight. Okay, so H nu I am writing here. All of you please write in your notes H nu. Okay, so benzoyl peroxide is splitting, or the peroxide linkage is breaking in presence of sunlight. So peroxides are highly unstable. We have to avoid its contact from sunlight. Hope this much is clear. So stay tuned. I'll be uploading the next video soon. Kindly subscribe my channel. If you like the video, don't hesitate to like it, share and comment.